Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body and keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound, and while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes for ourselves to be very clear with this practice and to know out of this all how you can find the wisdom. Because the wisdom is something come out of only conscious interference. There is no any other way that you can gain the liberation or the ultimate wisdom. Knowledge you can gain out of reasoning, learning, hearing, or many other ways. But the true wisdom you can gain only by experiencing. That experience should come out of your perception, eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. So as an example, it's like this. So this both, even we keep closer together, even though it has all the necessary conditions, the sound not going to arise. So I can keep shouting, bell sound, maybe chanting 100 times, 1,000 times. Oh, bell sound, om, om, like that, You can do many things. You can pray for anything. You can pray for the Buddha. And you can worship many things to get the sound. But the thing is, even though this keep closer together, even though this is so good and this also so good, the sound come only by touching this together, and in according to that, to get the necessary sound, it should have a kind of like a certain strength. So just imagine, even it touch like this, the sound not going to come. So when all the necessary conditions there and come together, and then the hit happens, In that way, the sound arises. So sound is not there, sound is not here. Sound is not here even. So then where the sound? So then, now then apply it to your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. It is not there, but it is there. So to then gain this, and if you really think, oh, there is something sound, unchangeable, concrete, permanent, it's not there. But at the same time, if you think there is no sound, that also not right. But when that all the necessary conditions there to the sound arise, sound will arise. But then just imagine, if there is no one to hear it, it's not going to become a sound. So then these all things come together. And when that it arises together, this experience will bring the ability to understand. But in day-to-day life, most of time, we forget it. We forget it. So in Dharma, there are two kinds of forms. So one is called Dhatu Rupa, and another one called Upadana Rupa. The form, so one is that whatever as an object it is there. So as an object, this cup is there. And as a subject, I am here. So I can see the cup, but this cup always going to be in that same place. So whatever the cup that now you see, you will never see the real cup. There is a cup that inside you, that is what you see. But the thing is, when the experience happens, we forget this inside cup. We always focus to 100% believing this outside cup. Of course, without this outside cup, this inside cup we can't see. But what we see is not this cup. This is a kind of like a, puzzle. But that is the truth. So then, one strategy, without necessary conditions, it's not going to be there. Even though we know there is a sound, a smell, taste, feel, mind, thoughts, there should be something in that very moment come together to arise it. And the second strategy, remember this, the whatever outside, it is there, but you will never see that. You always see, hear, smell, taste, feel, something happen inside. Another one is that we say life is an illusion. And world is the Maya. This very ancient word. World is a Maya. It's a very beautiful concept. Whatever you experience is a dream. So then just imagine how this happened. Why it say like that? There are many ways that explain, but today we are opening one window for that to understand it. So as a second strategy that you knew, so whatever that outside object you can't say, it is there, but you experience whatever happened inside you. So then whatever inside you is imagination. So your power of imagination is your own creation. So that's why sometimes it say, you are made by God. When new God created you, it gave a little piece of God. There are many gods, but whatever, one God. And when it creates, it's like, parents for children give some kind of, gift in their life. Sometimes the voice, sometimes the face, sometimes the skills. So what the God gave to you? Power of imagination. So from where this imagination come? It's come from your own past experience. There is no such a concrete, permanent structure inside you, because if it is so, you can't imagine. So then that whatever informations, you can mix it and bring something. So out of imagination, what you develop the creativity. So the creation. So then look at this all around us. Everything created by human. So everything created by human, listen this very carefully. So everything created by human, before it created, it was a kind as an imagination. There was not a kind of like a concrete, permanent blueprint we had. If it is so, we can't do this. Then we just become like a statue. So then out of imagination, you create this all. Just imagine this, everything, whatever around you, this bottle, this mic, computer, cell phone, this singing bowl, table, lights, Buddha statues, this everything. Even that whatever the flowers you hear, you see, it's people make it in a different ways. And as you know, people sometimes coloring nowadays these flowers, and they mixing the hormones and changing the, so then whatever we see, who knows? So then a lot of things what we experience came out of people's creation. So this is the thing. If something came out of imagination, it cannot be permanent. That's the thing. There's no way that imagination can transform to permanent structure. So imagination means the illusion. Maya. That's your imagination. Like You can visualize something, and then, it's a kind of like, you may experience it kind of like a real, but it's not like that. So then just imagine this, everything came out of imagination. Then what we experience, this all go back to its own nature. That's mean nothingness. Why? Because it came out from there. And so then, even though we experience it as real something, that itself is a Maya, or the illusion, or the imagination. So these three strategies we bring today to understand our moment by moment experience. So how you can touch this reality, because this is what called reality in one way. Reality means what you experience in the moment, a real time. And not real time with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. So there is experience happen, but it's happened only in the moment, and moment by moment, there is something else come. So then you can't catch something as reality. You can experience reality, but you can't bring it as something. Why? Because once you bring the experience to something, it always comes out of imagination. It always comes through visualizing, dreaming, or it comes through mental structure. When the moment of experience comes through, moment of the experience come through ideas, anymore it is not real. It's become something. But our mind always hold it to things, and we can't we can't catch to this real-time moment of experience. So because of that, why it happened that way, we are depending on thoughts. That thoughts, if we put all together to understand only this practice point of view, if we put these all thoughts together, we call it concept. So we live by concept. You follow concept, you worship concept, you believe concept, you like concept, you hurt concept, you hate concept, and sometimes you learn concept. So like that, if you look very carefully, we just hold into concept. This concept world itself come out of imagination, and then it's another way. Again, we call it as an illusion, Maya, or the dream. So when you come out of that dream, so understanding itself that you are experiencing something as real, but it is not real itself, help you to awake. So this awake mind means you are not become limited to your moment of experience. And you are not limited to believe whatever the object outside that you see, you seeing object exactly as it is from the outside, you are recognizing your experience, your mind. So that is what called awaken. Once you awake like that way, what happens? Your moment of experience start to shift, not to settle down with whatever it is there. As example, when you see the bottle, you are not settling down. This is a bottle. Because now you see the whole process of this and the moment of experience. Even though you experience this, in that very moment you know to the depth of this all how this happens. And that is where you become more and more sharp and clear with your this is not about outside. This is all about yourself with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind, or with your own perception. So now for the moment, now you know this all concept. So how concept is kind of like the egg. It's concept, nothing wrong with that. It is the one give the birth to liberation. The concept itself give the birth to consciousness. So the consciousness itself is the transformation. So then you can't you can't reject or you can't resist the concept. So as example, meditation. So before you practice meditation, you knew it as a concept. But once you sit for meditation, once you start to develop moment by moment, experience and awareness, and that is where your consciousness becomes sharper, clear, sharper, clear. So once you interfering with the consciousness, with the moment by moment experience, it is anymore not a concept. So if it is a concept, it is an illusion, it is a dream, it is a Maya. But still, you use the same concept or the same Maya or the same illusion to experience your consciousness. And once you have that, you get out of the egg. So this is, you can't do by thinking. It's not going to happen. It happens only by moment by moment, developing the clarity. When the mind becomes purified, clear, then by the time it's going to happen. So when it comes to that, to clear the mind, so one is uplifting your profitable skills, wholesome action. And so today, so when we practice meditation, there are certain qualities that you have to develop. And then in day-to-day life, if you develop that 3 qualities, I'm going to mention 3 qualities. So in that level, you are capable always to purify the experience. without struggling, resisting, arguing about anything, you are capable to brush up, clean, wash, burn the moment of experience. So that is the way that you get into the truth. So as you know, in Buddhism, in Buddhism, it talk about 5 spiritual faculties. That is very important. So it is not about the Buddha, it's not about the Dharma, or it's not about the Sangha, it is not about something that the power exists outside. There's nothing to do with that. In Buddhism, for the liberation, you have to have these spiritual faculties to develop yourself. So the first one is confident, or the faith. And the second one is the effort. So the third one is mindfulness. This all, it's not about the Buddha, Dhamma, or the Sangha. It's nothing to do when it comes to the moment, in this very moment. The mindfulness regarding your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind experience. And the fourth one, concentration. And the fifth one, the wisdom. So this is the beauty out of these spiritual faculties. Confidence, or the faith, effort, mindfulness, concentration. So these 4 is kind of like the bell and this. The wisdom, even though you have the effort or the faith itself, even though you have the mindfulness itself, because the mindfulness everywhere, everybody have mindfulness. Concentration, everybody are, just imagine inside a lab, to make something. People have the concentration. But that doesn't mean the wisdom going to come. So when you have the faith, effort, mindfulness, concentration, these all 4 things at the right path, and 4 things come together, the wisdom arises. Fifth one, fifth quality. So one should know that you always merge with, if you look for the wisdom, you always merge with the confidence, effort, mindfulness, concentration. Because the wisdom you can't gain, wisdom come as a result. And not only that, out of this all 5 spiritual faculties, there are another 3 things. Even in day-to-day life, you have to develop with your all bodily, verbally, mentally actions. It's not only for your spiritual development. It's even for any human being, it will help you to uplift your life. And it always uplift your life kind of like in a profitable way. And not only that, it always bring the ability to develop your wisdom, because it will help you to clear the mind. So what are those 3? So one is, always remember with your bodily, verbally, mentally actions, careful, be careful. So you bring your fully attention to that, and you carefully observe, you carefully experience, you carefully see, you carefully hear. So when it comes to carefully, it's conscious interference. Knowingly you are doing it. So as example, so I carefully hold it. When it comes to that myself, I know I'm holding this, and that is not enough. Most of the time we know what we do, but when it comes to carefully, another thing you need to add. This is what most of time people forget. So carefully, it's when it comes to that deeper meaning, I know I am holding the cup, but I have to understand the very nature of the cup. And that understanding will firm this my hold. This is a very beautiful teaching when it comes to carefully, but most of the time people don't use it. So then just imagine at home, in day-to-day life, without knowingly the other part, the object, the very nature of the object, you can't be careful. Just imagine you holding a baby, because everybody can't hold babies, you know. Some people don't know, you know. So sometimes when the newly born babies, when people come to see the baby, sometimes you know, people like to hold the baby, like especially like the children, you know, they like to hold the babies. And sometimes they hold it kind of like a, you know, very roughly, hardly, and the mother right away take it. No, 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 you can't, you can't, you know. So holding a baby, you have to be very gentle. And that gentleness not just come by your thinking. That gentleness come when you know the very nature of the baby. So see that you become completely transformed when you know the other part of it. When you know the other side of your experience. So then at home, when you carefully eating, so what does that mean then? Like just imagine fish or meat or something very hard things, you know, you boil egg and the shell is still there and you want to eat it. So then you have to take the shell out, or maybe there are some fruits, you know, itself you can't eat. You have to make clean it, kind of like. So then you have to careful means you should know its nature itself. So when you know itself, what happens? You forget you. When you know anything itself means you let go the idea of I am. So careful mean letting go the self-centered mind, you completely transform to other part. A lot of people can't do that. So then can you do, if you handle your husband or wife carefully, you know, they will never divorce you. You will never going to have a drama. You will never going to have a fight. You will never going to have arguments, because when you become careful, there is no space for argument. Arguments always come with the idea, you hold some idea and some the other part holds some idea. So then why you hold it to your idea? Because you into I am. So then when you become careful means you completely understand other person is a different person, or the male or the female, they have a different nature to understand things. They have different behavior. They have kind of like a very completely opposite side of biochemical reaction. And it's kind of like the male, female, sun and moon. It never going to be together in the same place. It's two different nature. And the sun is very hot, the moon is very cold. So then once you know this, you knowingly this itself make you careful. So then whatever you experience with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, whatever the object that you see, whatever the moment, the event that you experience, if you know what it is itself, there is no self-centered, egocentric mind. It has only the awareness. See, that is where you come out of the concept and become conscious. Because when you hold it to concept and try to experience something, you can't be careful. You will be careful only about you. You will never careful about other part. So again, if we go to the cup, if I hold this, this is a cup. I use it to drink water and for me. So like that, always self-centered, I am bound to concept. And once I become careful, I know the very nature of the cup. And in that way, I have to let go the self-centered mind. So like that, you transform. I mean, so now you know careful. So careful quality, develop it. And that's why you become gentle with things. So sometimes you may know the very word, the gentle, the quality, but when it comes to careful, it has a more deeper meaning to interfere with the conscious attention, and it take you out of the self. And not only that, so when it comes to meditation, so the first quality, then in day-to-day life, you have to develop to be careful. The second quality, meticulous. So the meticulous is the very meaning of the meticulous. Now you are careful. It can happen only for the moment. But meticulous is not like that. Meticulous means showing the great attention to details continually, not only one moment, not only beginning, not only middle, not only end. The beginning, the middle, end. Continually, you are putting your attention to all details. So, in day-to-day life, whatever you bring, the very first day when You order something online, and that day you were very careful. And maybe you brought this new gadgetic or anything, and the very first day you are so careful. Maybe just imagine new iPhone, the very first day you are very careful. And the second day, your iPad, your computer, it's a little by little. And sometimes by the time, the same cell phone, the same computer, same TV become a weapon. When they get mad, they throw it to others. They throw the laptop, to others. It's become like a weapon. Why that attention you can't keep? So just imagine when it comes to our day-to-day life, husband, wife, when the very first day you get married, just imagine if you are married, very first day, the very first honeymoon. Bruce Lipton, that Professor Bruce Lipton, he had an article about this honeymoon night. How careful you are, how happy you are. So how about if you keep that happiness every day in your life? Why you drop it? Why it disappear? Why it is only for a one day? So meticulous means you showing that great careful attention to all the details all the time. So then how you practice with the meditation? Observe inhalation, exhalation from beginning, the middle, and continually. We observe. So same like in day-to-day life, whatever the perception comes, always remember. And it's kind of like a part of the vipassana. And whatever experience, put your attention to all details. And that will help you to get out of the egg or the concept, and you become conscious. Third one, very important. See, this is something that you have to remember when you practice meditation. Very important. So the first one, carefully. I hope now you know the meaning. Second one, meticulous, showing great attention to all details continually. Third one, quality of respect. Respecting also take you out of the concept and make you conscious. So then, whatever you do, and have respect. And so just imagine when we eat the food, we take time and pray, and we respect. When we go to bed, we clean it a little bit, and we appreciate it, we respect that. And whatever the things that you use, even a chair, even any material things, we respect it. We don't throw it kind of like disrespectfully. We don't do it to material things even. Because when you make that respect inside, you become conscious. And with the people. And we all fight, we all argue, We all have different ideas. Nothing wrong with that. As ordinary people, we all have it. But remember, fight with the respect. So it can happen. That's why in the professional, boxing, as there is a coach, and you listen to the coach. There's a referee. You listen to the referee. You become very disciplined, and out of that you respect. And if you develop that, it make you more conscious. And the most of time nowadays, these people fight, and there are many channels that showing how people fight, MMA, UFC, so kind of like one of the things that they don't have the respect to each other. They don't respect each other. And as you know, sometimes wrestling, and they don't respect to the referee even. They fight with the referee. So those little by little, what happens, it's go into the society now. But when it comes to this development of human qualities, and to get out of this your maya or the illusion, whatever you experience in the moment, to respect to this outside things will help you to be conscious. So then always remember, in any situation, even the demons appear in front of you, the very first thing you have to remember, respect. Then you get a little chance maybe. But even the angels appear in front of you, if you don't respect, what will happen? It will disappear. So that's why, sometimes the angel doesn't come with the winds, in front of you. They come like a, very bad mood, because that's how they can survive. So then remember, respect. You have to really think about it. There are people, they come in kind of like in a very bad mood, very bad shape. But if you still respect, and you will find some kind of wisdom there. So that's why, remember, it will help you to get out of the self, or it will help you to get out of the concept and to be conscious. So 3 things. Be carefully, quality of being careful, quality of meticulous, quality of respect. If you are capable to develop these 3 qualities, what will happen? How you get out of the concept, and how you become conscious? Because when you come to practice these 3 qualities, what happens? Right away, you become slow. Your reactions become slow. Your moment of conscious experience, interference becomes slow. When you become slow, you start to see clearly. That's where the concept transforms to consciousness. But without practicing this, just concept, you slowly observe, it doesn't go. No, in day-to-day life, you have to. Why? Because from the past, we used to use this perception and our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind We use it very fast. Now we addicted to that. So to slow down by thinking you can't, you will get depressed. You will get disappointed. Don't try it. By thinking you can't do, start to practice. Be careful. And slowly put your attention to all the details and continue that and develop the respect. That way, you become slow and you become so comfortable to be slowed down. That is where your experience become very clear. That clarity slowly take you to deeper understanding. So that deeper understanding means anymore it is not going to become a concept. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left hand neck, head straight in one line. So bring attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say, So Patveva, oh, may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge in this moment with this sitting. May my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalations. So bring attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Don't move your body. Just allow your inhalation, exhalations to happen itself. Carefully recognize it. Don't try to inhale or exhale. Or don't try to make anything happen the way you want. When it happens, try to recognize. Bring attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. Your backside. Your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata chammihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Maya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi. Addaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam ha paribunjissami. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.